Hello, and happiest of days to you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day today. Tomorrow is for Monday. I do my reviews for things on the older tabletop RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons or Middle-earth role-playing or war games like Battletech. Right, so you can check that out too. So I've done lots of reviews of modules, really maybe starting with L1, the Bone Knot, or a couple things here and there. I've probably done like maybe dozens of these in a row by now. And that sort of thing for you. So now we're doing X7, the Rafts of Kron. This is from the BECMI series, and that sort of thing too. And so it's set in my star and uses the BECMI rules and that sort of thing too. Now, as a reminder, in case you're new to the channel, I actually started as a 5th grader playing Dungeons & Dragons growing up, and it was in the 70s. I was born in 75, so this was in the 80s when I was in 5th grade, and so I actually started off with the basics with my friend as the dungeon master, and we would game during at school proper when I was a 5th grader in Southern West Virginia. Right, he was the dungeon master, I was the player. And then after that was done, then I would move on to the 1st and 2nd edition. So the B in BECMI stands for basics, and that's all about learning the game. It's the first couple levels, and that sort of thing. It's also about a lot of dungeon exploring, right? The B is all about dungeon exploring. Now the E there stands for expert. That's all about explorations and exploring new places. Those modules will begin with an X, and those will take you from about level 4 to about level 14 or 15, roughly. So basically, that is the series that we're currently doing for our folks. And so the Rafts of Kron is an exploration one, absolutely. Underwater exploration, but underwater exploration rather, nonetheless. Now the C there stands for Command, and that takes you from the mid-teens up to the mid-20s. It's all about settling down, running empires and nations, as well as leading armies in battle, and that sort of thing too. And then the M stands for the master level, takes you from the mid-20s up to level 36. It's all about exploring the multiverse or just chasing immortality. And then the I proper stands for the immortal rules too, right? All up and in a box for you folks, so you can check all that stuff for you folks. So again, there you are. So as you can tell from those, the Rafts of Kron. Now, the Rafts of Kron is set in the plane of my star, which I love much and have already done. I've actually done some adventures there up in the north and Norwald, and that sort of a thing too. And it's for levels 9 to 12, but you probably want to be a little more experienced than maybe a little high. This is a total TPK rather, if you're not expecting it. It can happen with a bunch of different things near the end. So this is by Bruce Nesmith. Cover art is by Larry Elmore. I think it's great stuff. And the interior art is by Jeffrey Butler for you folks. Now here, in this module, I have run this module as both a dungeon master and as a player too. I ran this at the end of my Lost Isle campaign. I ran it on the way back. As a surprise, you're going to run into this. Basically, in this module, you are sailing a fleet, or you have to rescue a princess based on how the onboard is, and that sort of a thing too. By the Mithrin, I think it's the Mithrin. I can't pronounce it. I think it's Minthro. I don't know. Yeah, you got it. The guilds that are currently running this stuff, and that sort of a thing too. And then you got to rescue them. I had this just get attacked by some tritons. It's very unusual for their species that you and your people got to fend off. And while you're doing repairs, a large giant of the storm variety will come up to your ship and help you out and lead you to it. You know, he'll have you head over, give you he'll sell you an undersea boat and get you some water breathing potions, that sort of thing too. And then after that, you've got to go to exploring and take out because there's more of a political factor here. The Tritons have been taken over by an outside element. So you got to go from various places. In order to find out what's happening, go to Kron 2, which is a literal war F city. I think you'll enjoy how it's described and designed much. And then after that, then you got to go check out who it is that's causing all of these issues too, right? So I think it's good stuff. and that sort of thing too. I love the plot, I love the descriptions, but I just don't I feel like this can be a little TP-cash at times, just as a heads up. But there you are. And so, so I do think it's a nice change of pace, and you do get the rules for underwater adventuring and combat and stuff here too, in order to make it a little different, because they're on their home base, but you aren't. And so there's going to be some rules changes. It's going to make things harder on you and easier on them, just as a heads up for you folks. But I definitely feel like this is probably an 8.5 out of 10 for you folks. And the only issues that I do have are the TPK, and it is a rough mission, even at level 10 or 12. 12 was supposed to be to, and that sort of thing too. But there you are. Have you all played this or run it like I have, or what? Let me know what your thoughts, or if you just read it a couple of times and found it, what did you think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below for it. There you go. I also do reviews on Wednesday of older video games, and then on this week last week was Guild Wars 1 from its 20th anniversary this week. I'm just going to be doing Roller Coaster 2's, not Roller Coaster 2's, Planet Coaster 2's recently released DLC on buying fantasy stuff in a sorcery kit for you folks, and it gets you on lots of stuff. It's very nice, and I've been playing that too. And then also you can check out on Saturday, I do something I call Serial Saturday, where I do reviews of older movie and TV serials. That gets good, and from the last century too. And I just did the Lost City, which is I thought might be based on the Lost City by Tom Boltway, set in BECMI. The module new, but it wasn't. I thought it might be one of the places that he went to. He went to Red Nails, but it was right around the same time. But it's set in. It basically combines the Phantom Empire over in Africa in an unexplored section, and then this upcoming week will be my review of the one that I just knocked out yesterday morning for you folks, and this is the Phantom Rider from 46. Also, it's about public. So you can check that out too, if that's stuff that you would like, or just do my normal 3 reviews a week of older things you read, like novels, short stories, novellas, poems too, right? So you can check out those things, and typically the 3 genres that we cover: fantasy, science fiction, and horror too, right? All been out for you folks. And so if those, 7 older things a week of those various reviews, that sounds like your cup of tea, well, great. Welcome to the channel and have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here. Quite a bit, all up and down the box for you folks, and please do all the YouTube stuff while you're here too, like all the subscribe, share, all that stuff. And then also, if you would be so kind as to check out the channel too, its name, which is it's the passion of finding these things for you. Now, it doesn't get the hits, right? That's fine. That's the passion of this channel, to find these older things for you. It's also where its name comes from. That's the worst thing about new books. A quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, says that's the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? And this definitely is more stuff I forgot about. And our passion for it, not that it's bad, but you get the idea. There. Also, I just want to thank you so very, very much for taking some time out of your day and investing it, right? And watching my videos, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So if you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling. And I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.